You know that feeling when you look up at the night sky and get this sense of, well, unease? We're going to dive into exactly why that is. Think of this as a quick tour of all the things that make our universe so strange and, honestly, a little unsettling. We're talking about the haunting silence, the invisible forces, and the weird glitches in reality itself.
Okay, picture this. You're standing on a beach late at night. Way out at sea, you see a single light, just flickering. So you signal back, and you wait. But nothing, just silence. That feeling right there, that mix of hope and just total isolation, that's exactly what humanity's been feeling on a cosmic scale.
So for decades now, we've basically built these gigantic technological ears. I'm talking about radio telescopes. And we've pointed them at the sky, just listening. This whole effort is called SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. And really, we're just hoping to catch, well, anything. Anything at all, besides that endless cosmic static.
I mean, think about it. For 60 years, we've been aiming our most powerful instruments at the stars, essentially screaming into the void, "Is anyone there?" And the response we've gotten back? Absolutely nothing. Just this deep, profound, unbroken silence that seems to stretch across the entire galaxy.
But here's where it gets really interesting, or maybe terrifying. This isn't just any silence. It's a silence so heavy that it points to one of two pretty chilling possibilities. Option one, we are truly, hauntingly alone in this massive universe. Or option two, everyone else is out there and they're all hiding. And if that's the case, you have to wonder, what could they possibly be hiding from?
And that question, what are they afraid of? It completely changes how we have to look at our own cosmic neighborhood. See, it's not just empty space out there. It's kind of haunted. Haunted by these invisible forces and objects that literally bend the fabric of reality itself.
And one of the biggest of these cosmic ghosts, the black hole. What you're seeing here is incredible. It's the first real picture we've ever taken of a black hole's shadow. These things are what's left over when a giant star dies. It gets so massive that it just collapses under its own weight, basically punching a hole right through space-time.
Right at the heart of a black hole is something called a singularity. And this is what keeps physicists up at night. It's a point where concepts like where and when just stop making sense. Gravity gets so unbelievably intense that all the laws of physics, the rules that govern everything, they just break down. It's like a glitch in the software of the entire universe.
But the weird glitches don't even stop there. Okay, think about everything you can see. All the stars, the galaxies, the planets, you, me, all of it. Turns out that only makes up about 5% of what's actually out there.
Yeah, you heard that right. The other 95%, the vast majority of our universe, is made of stuff we call dark. And it's not dark like it's evil or anything. It's dark because we have literally no idea what it is. You've got dark matter, which is like this invisible scaffolding holding galaxies together. And then there's dark energy, this mysterious force that's actively pushing the entire universe apart, faster and faster.
And this dark energy? Well, it has some pretty terrifying ideas about how this all ends. See, if this acceleration keeps up, the universe won't just expand forever. It could literally tear itself apart. Physicists call it the Big Rip. First, galaxies will dissolve, then stars will drift away from each other, and eventually, even the atoms that make you up will be shredded to pieces.
So, let's recap. Our universe is dark, it's super strange, and it might be doomed. Which naturally brings us all the way back to that great cosmic silence. Why, in a universe this big, haven't we found anyone else? This question is known as the Fermi Paradox, and one of its most chilling possible answers is something called the Great Filter.
And let's be really clear about the scale we're talking about here. There are billions, with a B, of planets that could be like Earth just in our own galaxy. Statistically, the sky should be absolutely buzzing with signals, like a cosmic city. But it's not. It's just quiet. Way too quiet. So that's the Fermi Paradox in a nutshell. It's this massive contradiction. The odds say life should be everywhere, but reality shows us nothing. The Great Filter is one of the big ideas that tries to explain this creepy discrepancy. The basic idea is this. The journey from a non-living rock to a galaxy-hopping civilization is full of hurdles. And the theory goes that at least one of these steps is a great filter, a barrier so incredibly difficult to overcome that almost no life form ever makes it past. So what is it? Is it the very first spark of life? Is it the jump to complex cells? Or, and this is the scary part, is it a hurdle that's still waiting for us, like, say, surviving the technology we invent?
And this is why finding alien life might actually be the worst news humanity could ever get. We're not just searching for friends out there. We're looking for our own reflection. Look, if we find simple, basic life on Mars, that's fantastic. It probably means the hardest part, the great filter, is behind us. But what if we find the ruins of a dead, advanced civilization? Well, that could mean the filter is still ahead of us, and that our own clock is ticking.
So, what if the filter isn't some big event? What if it's the universe itself? What if the weirdness isn't just out there in the dark and the quiet, but it's actually baked into the fundamental rules of reality? Rules that are, well, a lot stranger than you'd think.
I mean, just take time. We feel like it's this constant river, right? Always flowing in one direction. But get close to something massive, like a black hole, and that river slows to a crawl. Gravity actually warps time itself. So much so that 1 minute for an astronaut near a black hole could be 10 years for everyone back on Earth. Time isn't a constant, it's totally relative.
And what about the rules of the game themselves? Our universe seems suspiciously perfect for life to exist. I mean, if the force of gravity was just a tiny, tiny bit stronger, the whole universe would have collapsed on itself right after the Big Bang. A tiny bit weaker, stars and galaxies would have never even formed. Everything is so perfectly balanced. It feels a little too lucky, you know? So how do scientists explain this? Well, one wild idea is the multiverse. The theory is that our universe isn't the only one. It's just one bubble and an infinite sea of other universes, and each one has slightly different rules. Most of them are probably dead, sterile places. We just happen to be in the one where the cosmic lottery numbers all came up perfect. Which means, somewhere out there, there's a universe where the sky is green, and another one where you were never even born.
Okay, so we're faced with this silent, dark, and seriously bizarre cosmos. So why do we even bother? Why do we spend all this time and money staring at cold rocks and listening to ancient light from billions of years ago? I think the answer is maybe the most profound thing about us.
It's because we are the universe's way of understanding itself. Think about it. We are a tiny piece of this whole cosmic mystery that woke up and became aware of it all. We're literally stardust that somehow grew a conscience and is now trying to figure out its own origin story.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? The atoms in your body, the carbon, the oxygen, they were forged inside stars that exploded billions of years ago. We are, quite literally, made of the cosmos. So our curiosity, that need to always ask why, maybe that's not just a human thing. Maybe it's a cosmic impulse.
Look, we might never get all the answers. We might just be this brief, tiny flash of consciousness between two endless stretches of darkness. But as long as we keep asking those big questions, that fire stays lit. The truth, it isn't just out there. In a very real sense, it's inside of you. So keep looking up.